Piece of trash.
Do you want revenge?
Placed the sword in his hands. From today, you are a dragon rider of our family. Learn to hide your...
Save your tears for later.
I held out the sword. Every night after that, I trained him. Within a week, he could spar for an hour without rest. Within 2, he'd mastered the 12 Dragonheart spear forms. In the 3rd week, something extraordinary happened. He was drilling the 12th form when his body shifted, weight dropping, arm extending at an impossible angle, executing a strike I had never taught him, a downward plunge aimed to pierce.
Midnight, violet, emerald, azure, ivory white, and shadow black, the color associated with curses and ill omen. The legendary Midnight Divine bloodline vanished 3 million years ago. The violet bloodline, one rank below it, appeared only once every 100,000 years. As a result, in our world, emerald is the supreme crown, and shadow black the ultimate royal taboo. I was a princess of the celestial court. At my choosing ceremony, I selected Caius Verdun, the noble heir who carried the most prestigious emerald imperial bloodline. After a brutal and nearly fatal labor, I finally laid an egg. But instead of the violet sacred egg he had longed for, it was a dull, ivory white shell with no glow at all. Meanwhile, my older sister Morel, whose bloodline ranked a tier below mine, gave birth to a rare violet descendant. Her husband was crowned the new king of the celestial court. Caius was furious. Without hesitation, he smashed my child against the palace steps.
When I opened my eyes again, I was back at the choosing ceremony. I had barely recovered when Caius let go.
Your Majesty, I do not wish to enter a marriage contract with Princess Kaya. The woman I seek to marry today is Princess Morel.
The entire royal hall erupted. Even Morel froze. Then delight spread across her beautiful face, impossible to conceal. Mirel was 10 years older than me and possessed the Azure noble bloodline. She had remained unmarried all these years. My mother was the queen. Her mom had been nothing more than a mistress who climbed into my father's bed through manipulation and ambition.
At the celestial court, Morel is no true princess, unwanted by pure-blood nobles. Everyone wonders why Emerald heir Caius Verdun chose her. I know the truth. He's reborn. He remembers her violet sacred egg from the past, and my disgrace. This time, he gets not even the lowest cursed egg.
After the extinction of the ancient phoenix race, our peacock bloodline rose to rule the celestial court. The hierarchy of bloodlines was determined by feather color. Midnight, violet, emerald, azure, ivory white, and shadow black, the color associated with curses and ill omen. The legendary Midnight Divine bloodline vanished 3 million years ago. The violet bloodline, one rank below it, appeared only once every 100,000 years. As a result, in our world, emerald is the supreme crown, and shadow black the ultimate royal taboo. With no male heir, my father, King Oryx, decreed a grand choosing ceremony to save the throne.
Whichever man fathers the noblest descendant with one of my daughters shall inherit the throne of the celestial court.
As his only daughter believed to possess the emerald imperial bloodline, I was the center of attention that day. Nobles from across the realm waited outside the palace for my choice, and I chose Caius. My father had been extremely pleased, until Caius publicly rejected me. The king's expression darkened instantly.
Caius Verdun, Princess Kaya selected you, yet you reject her before the entire court and seek Morel's hand instead. Are you mocking the authority of the crown?
Facing the king's fury, Caius calmly dropped to one knee.
Your Majesty, it is not that I look down upon Princess Kaya. It is because she is a fraud. She has deceived the entire court. She does not possess the Emerald Imperial bloodline at all. She carries the cursed Shadow Black bloodline.
Nonsense. My daughter could never possess the Shadow bloodline.
Oh, if your Majesty is so certain, why not have the princess reveal her true form?
If she truly possesses the Emerald Imperial bloodline, I will gladly die to atone for my accusation.
Then Princess Kyla should die to atone for hers.
My mother's face turned pale. She said nothing. My father, meanwhile, had already shifted from shock to suspicion. His fingers tightened around the armrest of his throne.
All we're asking is for her to reveal her true form. Yet the queen hesitates so much.
It seems I've struck the truth.
My mother clenched her jaw, preparing to speak. I emerged from the crowd. Meeting Caius's gaze, I said calmly,
I do not possess the Emerald Imperial bloodline.
My mother gasped.
Kaya! No!
Excellent. Since you've admitted it, then die for your deception.
I never claimed to possess the Emerald Imperial bloodline. What crime am I confessing to?
The day I was born, the sky above the palace had been flooded with radiant colors. The entire kingdom celebrated me as a blessing. Only my mother knew the truth. I had hatched from a black egg. To protect me, she buried that secret. Before marrying Caius in our previous life, I had confessed everything to him. Back then, he had held my hands and gazed at me with apparent devotion, and told me,
I loved you for who you are. That bloodline meant nothing to me.
I learned the truth at death, he lied, thinking I tested his loyalty. Now Caius pressed on relentlessly.
Whether you said it or not is irrelevant. You concealed your bloodline while enjoying royal privileges.
That alone is blasphemy against the court.
In blue, I felt clearer than I had in years.
Nico Bellini!
He stopped and turned back to look at me, that same careless, in-control look in his eyes.
If you walk that door today, I'm replacing the groom.
Just slipped his rock off my finger, the engagement ring. I put it on the table and walked away. The night before my wedding, I got a keycard, presidential suite, a penthouse in Manhattan, the place my fiancé, Don Nico Bellini. Then I opened the door. All I saw was his back, strong, pounding into some blonde. Lit a cigar, looked right at me.
It's nothing personal, I'm just tired of the act. You needed to see the real me before the wedding, so you don't give me any shit later. Don't worry. You'll still be the official Mrs. Bellina. You've been with me for 10 years, your hands aren't clean either. You did it all for my business. Who else in this city would have you? So the wedding's tomorrow, as planned. I'll give you your spectacle.
I just slipped his rock off my finger, the engagement ring. I put it on the table and walked away. The next day, Nico Bellini stood at the altar of St. Patrick's Cathedral. I walked right up to him, on the arm of his greatest enemy. I held up a piece of paper.
You wanted a wedding. Here it is. The marriage certificate? It belongs to him now.
Serafina! Over here! Look here! You're New York's top art consultant. How does it feel marrying the Don of the Belui family? A match made in heaven! The wedding of the century!
Reporters, disguised as guests, swarmed the entrance to St. Patrick's Cathedral. I stepped out of the custom Rolls-Royce, my Louboutin stilettos hitting the pages. The white silk of my gown dragged along the red carpet.
Miss Vitali, your gallery has supplied high society with countless treasures. Today, you've become the most precious piece of art yourself.
I ignored the candy glasses and the endless praise, walking toward the church, flanked by my bodyguard. Nico Bellini stood on the steps in his expensive custom suit. He wore a smug smile. He'd called me this morning.
I'd fucked that woman all night, 7 times. I needed to catch up on sleep to have enough energy for the wedding, so I couldn't come pick up you.
He was so sure I'd come on my own.
Baby, you finally made it.
He walked toward me and gave me a light kiss on the lips. He looked at me in my wedding dress and devoured me with his eyes, a mix of raw lust and pride. The media let out a soft, knowing laugh. I felt the warmth of his lips. I thought about how that same mouth was kissing another woman's nipples just last night. I said, taking his arm.
It's fine. I know you're a busy man.
Rocco leaned in.
Boss, that move last night was cold. Making her watch you with another woman? And she still shows up today smiling in a wedding dress. This broad is wrapped around your finger. Yeah, any other woman would have lost her mind. Our Donna's got guts.
Nico pulled me tighter.
Of course she does. She's been with me for 10 years. Who else in this city would dare to have her?
I listened and I kept smiling. I thought about how that same mouth was kissing another woman's nipples just last night. I said, taking his arm.
It's fine. I know you're a busy man.
Rocco leaned in.
Boss, that move last night was cold. Making her watch you with another woman? And she still shows up today smiling in a wedding dress. This broad is wrapped around your finger. Yeah, any other woman would have lost her mind. Our Donna's got guts.
Nico pulled me tighter.
Of course she does. She's been with me for 10 years.
Who else in this city would dare to have her?
I listened and I kept smiling. Everyone here knew how much money I'd laundered for him over the last 10 years, how many messes I'd cleaned up. My hands weren't clean. Like he said, who else would have you? Just then, his private phone rang. He glanced at the screen. A smile touched his lips.
What's wrong? Didn't I tell you to call later?
Nico, I'm flying to Paris this afternoon. I made an appointment at City Hall in 10 minutes.